Hey guys, and welcome back to another Blox Fruits video. Today, I will be explaining how to get fragments the fastest ways possible, and I will split the video up into two big parts, the second C and the third C. Lastly, I will explain quickly how to get belly the fastest in each C. If you don't know yet, fragments are unable to be obtained in the first C, which is why there isn't a segment on that in this video. Without any further explanation, let's get right into the video. In the second C, fragments become a huge part of the game as they open up many new possibilities such as melee styles and other side quest stuff. There are many ways to get these fragments, but some of them are significantly more annoying than others, and I will get into why they are worse now. Killing sea beasts and defeating raid ships can happen randomly when you are in deep waters. The sea beast is harder than the ships, which is why it will give you a little bit more, but nothing too special. The real way you should get fragments in this sea, however, is through raids. The flame raid is fairly easy to beat, especially if you have friends, and it gives 1000 fragments, which is absolutely insane for this sea. In my opinion, the flame raid is worth your time much more than any sea beast in the ocean, as they take like 5 minutes to spawn and only give you around 250 frags. Be warned, however, if you take too long during a raid, you will not get all 100 frags. The decrease begins at around 3 minutes left. So with raids being the best way to get frags in the second C, let's get into the third. Third C opens up plenty of new opportunities to get fragments, but I will only be going over the most useful ones. The first, and possibly best option, is to grind raids. The raids can be accessed through to castle on the sea and are practically the same as the ones in the second C. All of the raid options are still there, and you still get 1000 fragments so long as you don't pass the 3-minute mark at the end. Other than raids, the other way you can get thousands of fragments at a time is the bosses in the desert sea, but by that point in the game you might not be doing that for fragments as they are very hard. In the third C there are plenty more sea beasts divided into sections, and if you go far out, you will encounter stronger beasts that will drop more fragments and better loot. But still, the raids are easier and quicker in my opinion. There are many other strategies that I will go over now, but these next ones only make a couple or just 100 fragments per, so not as good. The castle on the sea has an occasional raids with pirates, and for participating in the raid you will receive 100 fragments, the same amount you get for defeating an elite pirate. These mini-bosses are fairly easy to beat but can be tedious to find. You just accept the quest from this NPC, if he has it, and then find the elite on whatever island he said. Overall, those were the biggest ways to constantly get fragments, but there are two more I want to go over that aren't as useful but are still good to know about. The quest for the Rainbow Aura will give you 1,500 fragments total, but you can only complete it once. And the NPC in the graveyard has a chance of giving you 100 to 300 fragments for 50 bones. Those were all of the biggest ways to get fragments in the third sea, so now let's get into a quick belly explanation. In the first sea, the best and easiest option for making money in my opinion, would be farming the Vice Admiral on Marine Fortress or the 3 bosses in the prison island. The Vice Admiral gives more money per boss kill and is a lot easier to defeat than the other bosses that give the same amount, while the 3 bosses each give a good amount of money, which allows for around 40,000 to 50,000 per visit if you did it right and all of them were there. In the second sea, I would recommend grinding the Jeremy boss for various reasons. Firstly, he is the easiest boss to defeat in the second sea, besides Diamond, but no one really cares about him, and her gives a good amount of cash per defeat, a lot more than Vice Admiral in first sea. If you got bored of farming a boss, however, another good option would be to head back out to the sea and grind the sea beasts over there. They give a decent amount of cash, but are also harder to defeat and rarer than the Jeremy boss. Lastly, in the third sea, depending on where you are, I would either recommend the Kilo Admiral or the Beautiful Pirate. If you have recently entered the game and are below 1950, I would say Kilo Admiral because it is a fairly quick and easy boss that is close to the quest NPC and it gives a decent amount of cash. If you feel confident with your current abilities and have above the previous level listed, then I recommend the Beautiful Pirate as it gives a ton of cash on defeat but has Don Swan's ability from C2. It has a second form that is much stronger and is actually kind of difficult to beat. That's all for this video guys, so I hope this helped with any grinding you needed in the game, and if it did, make sure to like and subscribe. If you enjoy this type of content, make sure to show some support down below, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys.